Hey everybody, welcome back to Jimmy's Promo, and today we're going to talk about the top 5 features on the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE. Now, we all know that this phone is awesome. This thing has 6 different colors. It's a 6.5-inch Super AMOLED display that has a flat screen. Your camera array is pretty much the exact same as the Galaxy S20. It does have single take. It also has stereo sound, 128 gigs of internal storage with 6 gigs of RAM, a huge 4,500 milliamp hour battery, IP68, and this phone becomes available today on October 2nd for the awesome price of $699. So out of all of that stated, what are the top 5 features? And that's what we will be covering in today's video. Now, before we get started, if you guys are brand new here at the channel of Jimmy is Promo and you appreciate these tips, tricks, tutorials, and how-tos and early looks at Samsung Galaxy devices, make sure you guys hit on that subscribe button as well as the bell for notifications to get notified for all future videos. It looks like about 80% of you are not subscribed, so if you've visited this channel multiple times, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So first up, we'll talk about the sound. The Galaxy S20 FE does have stereo sound, just like the rest of the Galaxy S20 series. Now, there are a couple settings to turn on to get the most out of the stereo sound. You will have sound coming from the head speaker piece on the top, as well as the speaker piece on the bottom. Now, when you turn on your Dolby Atmos, just go inside of there and just make sure that it's on auto. So this way, if you're watching movie, music, or voice, it will tune this one correctly. Now, the next thing you do want to do is head right back inside of your settings and go inside of sounds and vibrations, head all the way down and go to your sound quality effects. So with the sound quality effects, this is also where you can turn on Dolby Atmos. And once you turn that on, you do want to go to your equalizer and turn it on rock. So this way you have the best sounding experience from your Samsung device. So how about we go through and we take a listen at just what stereo sound sounds like versus a phone without, and it's only coming from the bottom speaker. Now, this right over here is the Galaxy S20 FE, and it looks like we are just 2 clicks from the top. Now with the Galaxy A50 right up over here, let's just make sure that we are only 2 clicks from the top. So 1, 2. So this way they're at the exact same volume level, which is volume level 13. First off, let's take a listen with the Galaxy A50. There's a little bit of talking and then it goes into a little bit of music. Outside and with normal lighting, but let's just go through and let's set this up. So that is what that one sounds like there. Now let's move over to the stereo sound. Outside and with normal lighting, but let's just go through and let's set this up. So you can see and probably hear that it just sounds so much better with spoken word, and the same thing with also with music. And honestly, this one can get quite loud if I went all the way up to level 15. And from where these phones are at to where my microphone is, it's probably a good 12 inches. So that's what you're kind of listening to there. The nice thing is that there is a bottom firing speaker here, so it is at least close to the mic. But again, everything is right around 12 inches away. Next up will be the selfie camera. So once you open up your camera, you'll flip it over into the selfie mode. And then right up here on the very top, almost in the middle, you tap on that little ratio option and you move it over into 3x4, which gives you 32 megapixels. Now, I'd have to say that when you go through and you take a picture, it actually looks really good. This one right here is with the live focus, and this one is with that 32 megapixel selfie shooter. So if you wanted to zoom in and really get close in there, take a look at all the details, this one has a really nice selfie shooter. Feature number 3 will go right back inside of the camera, because really when it comes down to the fan edition, camera and battery and display were some major touching points. So we'll go back inside of the camera and move over into single take. Now, the nice thing with single take is that you can either do this with the front facing or the rear facing camera to do that shooting mode. Again, single take is that one capture mode that you hit the shutter button and you can capture it for anywhere between 5 seconds all the way up to 15 seconds. By stock, it is set at 10, but I always move it right over into 15 seconds. So then this way we get the maximum amount of photos and videos and filters and different types of scenarios that was shot once you hit the shutter button. So you'll come out with right around 14 different images, several videos, and several photos. Now, just to show you a quick example of what it looks like, this one was single take. You can actually go through, you can watch the full video if you want to, you can save individual files, you're able to save all of these ones, you can share whichever ones you want. You can see this one has a filter, this one also has a filter, this one is a 16:9, this one's almost closer to that 3:4. You also have a quicker video. Again, if there was a lot more action that was going on with this one, maybe I was watching soccer, if I was at a baseball game, watching a football game, watching somebody actually jump on that trampoline, it would come out with a lot more footage and a lot more images. So again, when it comes down to single take, when you move it over into 15 seconds, you will be able to get 10 photos and 4 videos. The fourth best feature is going to be the battery. It has a large 4,500 milliamp hour battery. Now, I'm not going in any particular order. I just had the battery listed as number 4 on this list. Now, it gives you everything that you're looking for. A long battery life. You'll also have wireless charging as well as wireless power share, or some call it reverse wireless charging. So this way you can charge other phones, you can charge watches, you can charge the Galaxy Buds. And honestly, I usually use wireless charging or the wireless power share usually for accessories. I'm not a huge fan of doing it with other phones, but if you do want to charge other devices, you are able to set your limit. So let's say that you want to make sure that you at least have 45% left of your battery, to go for the rest of the day. You're able to charge all the way until your phone gets down to that limit. Now, once you set that limit, then you can turn this one on. And then anytime that you ever want to give somebody a little quick charge, then you're able to do this. Again, when it comes down to cell phones, it does take a little bit longer, but if you're eating dinner with somebody, you're there for about 30 minutes, you can definitely make sure that they have enough battery to at least get home and get a hold of an Uber. Now, this last one would have to be the display. This one is a flat 6.5-inch Super AMOLED display with 120 Hz refresh rate. Now, the nice thing about this one is that when you go inside of your display settings, there's actually not a lot to choose from. You're not able to go through and change the resolution to something less than what it is. The only thing that you really are able to do, if you want to save a little bit of battery, you can move it right over into standard. Standard is 60 Hz. Honestly, there is a huge difference between 120 and 60. There's also quite a bit of difference, just enough between 90 and 120. So you might as well keep it at that high 120 Hz refresh rate. So this way it's able to have just a much more smooth experience for you when you're watching videos, when you're watching games. But honestly, you'll really find it right here when you scroll through your settings. Take another phone that's in 60 Hz, take this phone that's in 120 Hz, and just scroll through here really quick, or you can even just slowly go down like this. And when you do that with a 60 Hz, you're going to see that it's just stuttering so much. So the display is magnificent and beautiful, and again, it is a flat display. A lot of people are not a huge fan of that waterfall or water drip, falling off the edges, aka used to be called the Infinity display. Now we're just called Infinity O display because it has the O there and then it kind of waterfalls off. So that is it for today's video. If there's any of these features that is your favorite, write your favorite below the video. If there's one that I didn't mention in this video, make sure that you also write that below. I could do a top 10, but I went with the simple top 5. But I hope you guys have liked this video. If you guys did, please give this thing a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Subscribe right over here on the very bottom left hand side. And if you like this video, then more than likely you'll also like this video. And I'll see you guys later.